Morning, everybody. I resisted the urge to do a video straight after the game or to do a video yesterday because I was just waiting to see what happened in the South London derby last night. And I have to say, if Carlsberg did football results, you couldn't really ask for anything better. I guess the only one that really lets us down is West Ham still beating Everton, which, to be honest with you, Everton are so poor under Frank Lampard that you never really saw anything else coming. But that would have topped, been the icing on the cake. But with the Scum losing last night in the South London derby, that is amazing. Absolutely, really helpful. Gives us, I wouldn't say a little bit of an advantage, but what it does is it keeps us in the mix, keeps us in the race. Man U and Leicester drawing 1-1, really good, and obviously the pressure now mounting on Chelsea, having been smashed by Christian Eriksen. 4 years to the day that he last scored against them, having gone to Italy, won the league, died, come back to life, and blah blah blah, as the tweets are said all over Saturday. So fantastic, really fantastic weekend for Spurs fans. Great result against the Barcodes. Absolutely love that. To be honest with you, before the game, I was a little bit, they're a bit of a bogey team from time to time, and they are on the up. And undoubtedly with the Wonga that they're going to spend in the coming years, they will probably be up there with Man City and Liverpool and the likes of them. So to get a win the way we did is brilliant. So I was a little bit concerned about it, but actually getting it, getting the win, keeping the pressure on is what we're all talking about. So you can't get overexcited. We've been down this road. 1 week I'm saying, oh, we're in the mix. The next week I'm saying, oh, what a shit result, blah, blah, blah. And it's finished, nothing to play for. And now we're saying, oh, we're still in the mix and that, which just show what a crazy league this is for Spurs, how poorly we've been at times this season. To still be in the mix for top four is great, and can see it kind of going down to the wire. I still think there'll be bumps in the road. I still think there'll be, results that won't go our way or whatever. They've lost to Palace today, but will they then go on and beat Chelsea? Will they get a good result against a team that you're not expecting? I can't remember who else they got to play. Got West Ham, I think, still to play. So I think there's still some bumps in the road for us. But you can only concentrate on your performance and on your team. So 5 goals against the Barcodes, and none of them included Harry Kane. I mean, how much money would you have got? What odds would you have got on that? To have happened. Tottenham to score 5 and Harry Kane not scoring any of them. Unbelievable. Not to take away from his contribution. His contribution was brilliant. I mean, some of his passing is just sublime. And we've said that for so long. Harry does everything. I mean, I can remember watching him when he was first in the team and all the rest of it. And you're thinking, the kid does everything but put it in the back of the net. Once he started putting it in the back of the net, the rest, as they say, is history, And it's mad that he's, still doing what he's doing. And at the same time, to be on 49 goals for England, when you consider how long it took Wayne Rooney to get beyond that, to actually get in front. And now Harry Kane is not far behind. So, I mean, absolutely unbelievable stat, to be fair. The other thing, I guess, whilst a lot of people calling him out for man of the match, for me, the one that I would consider man of the match was Romero. I thought he had a fantastic game. I mean, his positioning and his confidence is so good. He's not worried about anybody. He gets his tackles in cleanly and all the rest of it. Plus, he didn't get a yellow card, which is great for him. And I think that builds on for someone like Dyer, who's having, a particularly good season this season, to be fair to him, because he does come under an awful lot of criticism. But for him to be playing as well as he is with the confidence that he's got is, really, really good to see. I do worry that if you know, if Romero gets injured, then we've got, you know, Sanchez coming in. How's that going to look? You know, what's his confidence like? Is Dyer strong enough to take him through? With Dyer going out, maybe, and Sanchez coming in, I would be less concerned, because you've still got Romero, who for me seems to be the link in the centre backs there. But you know, Dyer, I mean, you know, watching him on Sunday, I mean, he was pinging balls left and right, you know, and kind of being that security at the back. So it seemed to work. I mean, to be fair, I thought that there were periods of the game on Sunday where we were holding back. You know, I literally thought that we could have got more. We could have gone further. We could have pushed it more than we even did. And the 5-1 is a a really fair result. I think, you know, it could have gone even more. So you know, but to see Doherty doing better and getting a goal, that's going to boost his confidence. You know, he's obviously being talked up as improving. Ben Davies, great header from him. You know, gets a lot of stick, but solid, keeps his head down, gets on with his job, doesn't get fazed by it. You know, and playing in that left of a three really seems to suit him. And so, you know, he does give me a bit of confidence. I mean, he's not the greatest, and of course, you know, there are probably players out there that are far better. But at this moment in time, he's who we've got, and he's playing well, and you've got to accept that when you're playing well, and that's the end of it, you know. Royale as well, you know, getting a goal, that would do his confidence a world of good. I mean, he does get an awful lot of stick. You know, but he scored a goal. He did okay. He didn't get absolutely stuffed, you know, by Newcastle. So, you know, give him credit where credit's due. With his nice new yellow stripe on top of his head, you know, I did make the point, and I was told to get my coat with. Is he now Royale with cheese? Well, I thought it was funny. Everybody else disagreed with me, but you know, for me, I guess you've got to be of a certain age. But, you know, I thought the lad done okay. So, no complaints at all. So, you know, even Bergwijn coming in, I think it was great to see him coming in and bagging a goal. And his chance that didn't go in was fantastic. I mean, he seems to be playing with a point to prove. You know, he had a good international break. So he's come into the team and he's like, you know what, I'm going to show you I need to be in this team. And it looked like when they made the changes to bring him on, we went to a 4-4-2, playing him up there with Harry. So I think he does see him more as a potential striker rather than a you know, behind the front man or whatever. So I don't know, maybe there is a place for him. I think he's probably the most likely to be wanting to move on to get game time, because I don't think he's first choice. I mean, Kulusevski was brilliant, you know. Bentancur, cool as a cucumber in midfield. You know, and even Højbjerg, you know, again, another one who does tend to get a bit of stick. Had a good game, you know. He did okay. He was calm. You know, he didn't put a foot wrong. Won a few tackles. My only concern with him is he tends to be facing away from goal, and I'd sometimes like to see him, you know, the other way around. You know, getting the ball, turning and pushing on, rather than playing it safe. But then I suppose that's what Bentancur's there for. So. Yeah, so I mean, overall, how can you complain about that result? You know, 5-1 against the Barcodes, Chavs losing, Scum losing, Man U drawing. You know, it couldn't have gone a lot better, and it keeps the whole momentum moving on. So North London derby going to be a massive game, because that's obviously their game in hand. But you know, we'll see what comes. You know, listen. At the beginning of the season, I said I didn't think we'd get top 4. I thought we'd be sort of in the top 6 or so. Playing as badly as we did at some point, I was expecting us to be mid-table, missing out on everything. Now I'm saying, well, you know, you still got to just take it one game at a time. So, you know, keep winning, keep your head down, keep playing, and see what happens. But I mean, you've got to celebrate when you win. You've got to enjoy the good times that you get, and then worry about the poor times when the poor times happen. It's only a game, one game at a time. Let's see what happens. And as the late great Jimmy Greaves used to say, it's a funny old game. Up the Spurs.